This program is brought to you by Canton Community Television, now from the television studios of Canton High School.
Hi, I'm your host, Brady H. Today on the Dog Pound, we have with us here Christopher Pereira. Chris is here to tell us about his athletic journey so far through Canton High School. Welcome, Chris.
What's up, Brady? Thanks for having me.
Describe how you were feeling when you found out you were going to be on varsity for football.
It really meant a lot. Last year, pretty much all our grade only played on, our freshmen last year only played JV. Only Nick Crow was the only player that played varsity. So, it's a really tough as a freshman for football. So then sophomore year, I started on JV first, so like 3 weeks of the season. It's obviously tough, it's not that fun. But finally got called up. It was a great feeling. When I got called up, I think we were 2-2. Got to be a part of us turning around, made it to playoffs, It was a great feeling.
Yeah. You were an instant starter, right?
Yeah.
Once you got out?
Yeah, I started the first game.
What game was that?
I called up.
Senior night. Compare the difference between the practice and overall atmosphere of JV and varsity football.
JV's a lot of fun. Everyone's joking around. You're with all your friends. You go up to varsity. It's a lot scarier. It means a lot more. Now you're playing. Everyone's watching you and stuff. Everyone just cares more.
Yeah. It's like. Are you working harder?
Yeah, a little bit harder work.
How about the running?
Running's pretty similar.
Yeah.
But still obviously just gotta try a little harder.
All right. I understand you recently got a concussion a few weeks ago. Can you tell us how this affected you and what exactly happened when you got it?
So it was during the Westwood game. I don't know. I got hit. Wasn't a direct hit that I got concussed on. I finished the game. Had to go to the hospital. Wasn't good. Unfortunately, I had to miss the Thanksgiving game. I was out for 2 weeks with it, so I missed all the practices. I missed the game, but it was obviously tough. But it was good to see us get a win anyway.
Yeah. Do you have any other injuries in your career?
No, that was the first time I've ever been injured.
Really?
My whole career, yeah.
Well, what position do you play in football? And explain what exactly you do.
Well, for defensively, I play outside linebacker, and I help the pass and I play the run. More run first. It's a tough position, especially in the hawk. You have to be pretty big. So it's not fun. A lot of linemen coming at you. And then on offense, I play receiver, which is obviously a lot more fun. Just catch the ball. This year I didn't really play much receiver. Hopefully I will play more next year. We'll see.
When did you start playing football?
I started playing football in second grade. I was very small when I started playing football. I was undersized. I played safety.
Okay.
I don't think I played offense until I was in 5th, 6th grade. But yeah.
Did anyone get you into the game? How'd you get into playing football?
My dad asked me if I wanted to play. My dad played football his whole life, so I was like, yeah, I'll play football.
Right.
And I immediately liked it. Thought it was fun. I was like, why don't I just play this instead of soccer?
Take us through your basketball journey and what work you've been putting in to make varsity this year.
Basketball started 1st grade. First year I could sign up again. It was just like every sport. It was like my dad played his whole life. I love basketball. First day I played. So yeah, 4th grade I was always pretty solid, but 4th grade I was one of the better kids in our grade. 5th grade I made B team actually. So big shock, young kid. I made B team. Really surprised me. I didn't know if I still wanted to play. I played through it. 6th grade, 7th grade, I was just on A team. I was just kind of another guy. I was a solid player, didn't do much.
Role player.
Yeah, 8th grade, I got a little taller, got a little better.
Okay.
So I finally started having fun. Really enjoyed basketball, and then freshman year, I was one of the 5 freshmen that made JV, which really meant a lot. It was tough though. You know, we were all pretty much the youngest kids on the team. Everyone we played. Some teams have juniors and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was tough, but it really helped me develop. And then this year, it was very tough. Like you said, I got concussed. For the first 2 weeks before the season, so I didn't really have much time to prepare. Came to tryouts. I played pretty well. Made the team. It's a great feeling, and a new coach this year. I think we're looking really good.
All right. Good to hear. Explain the difference of coaching and practices between football and basketball.
Yeah, they both have their similarities. They're both pretty intense. You know, football is much more. It feels like it's a little scarier. You know, like I said, it's like a lot of anger. You don't want to mess up. But basketball, it's just like it's a lot of high speed. It's a lot more running because of just like you need to be more conditioned, fast break, all that stuff. Basketball practice is usually a little shorter, but you do more. I feel. Football, you're kind of doing the same thing every day. You're just getting reps. You know, you're going offense, defense, just getting ready for whatever team you're playing. Then basketball, you're switching it up every day.
You think the conditioning of football helps you?
Yeah, it definitely does. It's definitely good to start getting conditioned in football for basketball. I guess you're ready for the season.
All right. What advice would you give to a first-year high school player competing for a roster spot?
As a freshman coming in, if you're trying to make varsity, it's very tough for pretty much any sport you play. It's not going to be an easy task at all. You kind of just have to really hustle everywhere, just run as hard as you can, whatever you're doing, just play as hard as you can.
Describe what position you play in basketball and how you contribute to the team.
I usually play either center or forward. It's just guys kind of tall. You know, we don't have that many people that are tall.
Yeah.
So it's kind of tough because a lot of times I'll go against kids that are like 6'6", and I'm just like 6'3".
Yeah.
So it's pretty hard, but you know, just play basketball.
Yeah. Would you rather play like a different position, or are you like happy playing center?
No, I don't mind. You can still shoot whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Just have to guard taller people.
Take us through your feelings as you took the field in your first varsity baseball game as a freshman.
It was a really cool experience. Baseball is my favorite sport, so I was very excited to have made the team. The first game I ever played against was Sharon. It was home. It was very cold. It was kind of tough. I had no hitter through the first 4 innings. Then I got hit around a little bit. But I still pitched pretty well. I pitched like 5 innings, so I lit up like 2 runs. It was a great first experience. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I understand that you're a pitcher. Take us through your experience and what strategies you use to be able to top out at 80 miles per hour.
I didn't really pitch that much when I was younger. Never really thought I was gonna become a pitcher. I always just would hit and play like first base, and then when I got to kind of 7th grade, I started to pitch a little bit more. Started to play AU baseball and take it more seriously, and I was like, oh, I'm kind of good at this. I might just kind of pitch more. And then 8th grade summer, we actually made the state championship for the 8th grade baseball league we were in. And I was our best pitcher, so I thought that was a fun time. And I was like, oh, I really like this. Again, I'll just take it more seriously. And then, obviously, this, like you said, freshman year, made varsity.
Yeah. When did you start playing baseball?
Started playing baseball probably when I was 4 years old. Just played my whole life.
So, is that the first sport you started playing?
Yeah, it was baseball, yeah.
What was your record last season? And explain how you think your team did.
Last year, I think we were 8-12. We had a lot of good seniors, but unfortunately, we could have been better than we were. It was tough. We lost a lot of guys, but we had a great time. We made playoffs, which we weren't supposed to, but then we upset a good team, so we got in. It was a great time, great group of people.
Think you're gonna be better this year? Or?
Yeah. So last year we had like 4 or 5 freshmen that made varsity. Yeah. So hopefully those guys can step up and really turn it around. Hopefully, I think we can be better. We have some returning juniors like Owen Lane and Nick Gillis. We're both very good. Returning, now a junior, Kyle Redquest is good. So hopefully we can be a little better this year.
How's the other pitching room like? Like anyone?
Pitching's looking good. Very, very bright future. We have my grade, we have Shane Kelleher. And grade above me, like I said, Kyle Redquest. Owen Lane pitches a little bit. Teddy Schumann can pitch.
Right. Yeah. Looking good. Compare the differences between football, basketball, and baseball. And do you have a favorite?
Baseball is my favorite. It's pretty light compared to the rest. You know, you don't really do that much. You just like take ground balls or like you just throw for a while. It's not very hard. Football and basketball are obviously a lot more intense, a lot more stuff to worry about. Baseball season is nice out and stuff too. It's a good time.
It's nice. Yeah. Do you plan on playing like any sports in college?
Hopefully I can play baseball in college. It's always been my goal for a while now. Basketball I wouldn't mind either, but baseball would definitely be the most I'd want to play.
What about football? No?
No, football is too much work.
Do you have any colleges in mind? Like, do you have a favorite?
No, none in mind. Anyone that wants me.
What's your favorite baseball team?
My favorite baseball team's the Red Sox.
Have you been to a lot of games?
I've been to a lot of Red Sox games.
Yeah.
I grew up. We're not that far from Boston, so it's not that hard to go there and go watch baseball.
What about like football, basketball?
Football. I actually went to the Pats game yesterday.
Oh, how was that?
It was terrible. They're not good, but again, that's also something that made me love football a lot. Is what be growing up watching Tom Brady and Gronk win a bunch of Super Bowls. That's a really cool experience as a kid, and it really makes you want to play the sport more. Like next year, we have a lot of guys returning. So hopefully, we're all hoping that we can make a run next year and maybe go to Gillette, which would be obviously a sick experience.
Yeah.
Watching your favorite team play there and then being in junior high school and being able to play there.
Do you think you have a good shot at making playoffs?
Yeah, we have junior captain Nick Crow for starting at running back and middle linebacker. We have CM transfer Jake Marcel. We might have this new receiver also came in from CM last year, Cam Conley. We look pretty good. We have our new starting quarterback, JT Norton. Kid just has a cannon. He loves football. It's looking good. Then we just have a bunch of guys that care, like Brady Hart, probably start receiver too.
Flattered.
We have Logan Rice, who's probably gonna step up as our center next year. The program's looking pretty good. We have two of the best linemen in the state. Luke Lukes, Luke Richards and Luke Laguerre.
Both captains.
We have Ephraim, one of the best D linemen, Hawk All-Star, coming back, which is rare to see. Also can kick a little bit. Yeah, we have a lot of guys returning, so yeah, I think we can make something happen.
Great future.
Yeah.
I heard you say Ephraim can kick. You were the JV kicker last year, right? You think you're gonna step up for varsity?
I don't know. I think I'm sadly retired from kicking.
Shame.
After my freshman year, it stopped. I don't know what happened.
How about the freshmen? You think this year's freshmen are gonna do good next year?
For football, freshmen, they look pretty good this year. A couple of guys played some special teams for varsity. Like Tommy Rose is very good. Actually ended up playing at Thanksgiving. Paul Mellon played some throughout the season. Dylan Lank played, I believe he played special teams. Same with Gavin Pouchard.
Punt team.
Yeah, they both look pretty good. They were a good part. They're a great part to JV success this year, which is good. So obviously they have a bright future as well.
Yeah. All right, Chris. Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, Brady.
I'm Brady Hart, and thanks for watching the Dog Pound.
Host Brady Hart, Producing, Joe O'Sullivan. Talent Wrangler, Aiden O'Toole. Script Supervisor, Jacob Richmond. Studio Display, Nicholas Ruggieri. Announcer and PA, Joey Ryan. Audio Technician, Ben Stark. Tech Director, Sean Sullivan. CG, Cameron Washburn. Set Photographer, Jerome Weeks. Cameraperson 1, Brady Bell. Cameraperson 2, Riley Blake. Cameraperson 3, Luca Burns. PA and Slate, Cam Conley. Floor Manager, Neve DeRosa. Show Evaluator, Nick Dietrich. And Microdocumentarian, Josiah Falk.
Boy, it's awfully cool out here. But you know what's even cooler? The Student Station on Canton Community Television.
Mekhala, outstanding photographer, great kid, great person. She is an extreme talent for the craft of taking pictures. You know, she did our media day. She got that set up, you know, with our captains, Zaza Francoeur and also Owen Lane. And she did a great job with the media day. She took pictures, and then I came in and I was watching it. And she has a keen eye to get me on photo, which it was kind of funny because I felt like I looked like Shrek with my green shirt. But, you know, what she's done to help the team out with this. Also, we did the get to know the coach. Zaza basically set it up. Mekhala interviewed us. You know, I was caught off guard with some questions. You know, what's your favorite brand? Yeah, I said Raisin Brand. All right, it's Raisin Brand. But basically, it's been enjoyable. Mekhala was awesome doing that, and it was really fun. And yeah.
This program is brought to you by Canton Community Television, now from the television studios of Canton High School.
Welcome to the podcast. I'm your host, Ramsey, who will be interviewing 2024 Captain Luke Richards. Thank you for being here. What made you play football?
It all started when I was in second grade. My two older brothers did it, and that's just what made me want to play because I wanted to be like them.
Did your brothers play football here?
Yeah. I didn't get to play with my oldest brother, but 2 years ago I had the opportunity to play with my middle brother Josh.
What position did Josh play?
He was a safety and a corner.
That's good to hear. Was he very impactful for the team?
Yes, although not being captain, he made a huge impact on rallying the team together.
That's good to hear. As a football athlete, how did you prioritize your time with school?
I always just tried to get my homework done as soon as possible, like right when I got home from practice or before I went to weight room.
Have you ever been stressed throughout the season having to get work done?
Yeah, especially if I have to stay after with a teacher because practice is right at 3:30. Sometimes we have weight room after school, so it's really hard. But thankfully, sometimes Coach doesn't. He lets me skip a little bit.
I hear that the phrase student athlete refers to having to be a student first. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's definitely true. Like, you're here at high school for the education, and then luckily alongside of it comes like all the sports and stuff.
Okay. Tell us what sets you apart from the others on the football field.
I think what sets me apart is my drive, because I don't try to like skip anything like weight room or any reps on the field.
Do you guys have weight room often?
Yeah, we have weight room 3 days a week on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday mornings. And it's great to see who shows up. It shows you like their true colors and like who's really in it with you.
If you had to explain weight room to the average person, what would you say?
It's basically
Someone who hasn't experienced.
after school, like the teammates that aren't in a season sport, they come down to the weight room and we lift weights as a team, and then after that, we go out and run hills.
Is the conditioning for the season?
The conditioning, yeah, it's for the season, and trying to keep everyone in shape and get a little faster.
Since the 2023 season just ended, what were your goals for the seasons, and did you accomplish them?
My goal was to just be a better team player and to make playoffs. I'd say I accomplished them, but the playoff spilling into next year because we didn't win a playoff game, so next year definitely want to win a couple playoff games.
Okay. What position did you play?
I played left guard on offense and right tackle on defense.
And what do those two positions do on the football field?
Left tackle's a offensive lineman, so we're trying to block all the defenders out of the way so the running back or Owen can score a touchdown.
And what about defense?
And then on defense, we're trying to stop the inside run and pass rush and just clog all the gaps so they can't just run the ball down our throats.
Would you say you succeeded this year by doing all those things?
Yeah, I'd say I succeeded. May have had a couple mistakes, especially with knowing the plays, but it's looking better next year.
As a lineman, do you explain to us, do you require just as much conditioning as the skill positions?
A lot of people on the team talk about this, especially the linemen, because they want to run halfway because it's less work. But I think like you should be as conditioned as a skill player, even if you're just a couple seconds slower than them. And it's also like running as a team. It's like that team aspect that like we're all in it together, and it just bonds the team better.
Would you say running with the team builds team chemistry between you guys?
Yeah, it definitely does because we all went through that like misery of running and conditioning together.
Okay. As a lineman, would you say a diet is a necessity?
Yeah, I would, because if you're a skinny person or just small in general, you're not going to be a good lineman. You should eat like a lot of protein and you just want to be big so you can move people on the line.
Is weight room like more beneficial for you guys, would you say, since you guys are like bigger? And
yeah, I'd say it definitely benefits the lineman more because the skill player, they just have to be like agile and fast. Well, as like linemen, we have to move other big human beings. So it's like you got to be really strong to do that.
who is a football inspiration you have or you've looked up to?
My inspiration would be both my brothers. Like my brother Ryan, never got to play with him, but I wear his number 57. And then my brother Josh, like he was just a great team player, and he just loved the sport of football.
What position did Ryan play?
He was left tackle on offense.
Do you know his defensive position?
I'm pretty sure he played a little bit of nose guard too.
Okay. Tell us about the biggest contribution you've made to the team.
My biggest contribution would be my time in the weight room and my leadership to the team.
Explain to us, being a captain now, are you nervous? Are you psyched? How did you feel when you were nominated to be captain?
I was really glad I got nominated. My teammates voted for me, and it made me happy knowing that I could directly impact the team and how everyone is bonded together. And I was glad to be alongside the other captains.
How far do you think we'll be going next year for our season?
I think next year we got a tough schedule, but it should help us in getting into the playoffs. I think we'll make it to the Final Four next year.
What was our record looking like this season, and how do you think we could have changed it?
We went 7-4. I think there were some games that we just gave up in the beginning because we're like, oh, that team's so good, like we're never gonna win. Like people just have to start going to the game with the mentality that like we can't lose, and we'll be doing better.
Do you know who we played that we've lost to?
I definitely say Foxborough. Everyone went into that game like, oh, we're not gonna win, and then people would just take the play off on special teams. Like I know that game they had 2 special team touchdowns, which was just horrendous for us.
Next year, do you think we could beat Foxborough?
Yeah, next year I think we're gonna beat Foxborough by more than 1 score.
Do you think our team will be better next year compared to this year?
Yeah, I definitely think it'll be better, especially in the passing game. Like now, most of our receivers are going on their senior year, and they should be at the best. And then the line, they're sticking around. Like a couple of the linemen, like me and the other Luke, we've been here for, this is our 3rd year on being in the varsity line, and so it's going to be a great year.
Did you make playoffs this year, and how far have you made it into the playoffs?
We made playoffs, but we got knocked out in the first round on a controversial call in Tewksbury. But
How far is Tewksbury from here?
it's about an hour and 15 minutes away. It was a hike.
Oh, wow. Would you explain to us what was your mindset going into that game?
My mindset was like we were gonna win. Like we had an amazing week at practice. Everyone was like hyped because we haven't been at playoffs in like 4 years. Just everyone was ready to go give it to Tewksbury and win.
What were your guys' reactions after losing?
A lot of teammates reacted in emotional ways. It's just a really bad way to go on just like that one call in the game, which was just a bad touchdown call, took us out of the playoffs. Just a really sad way to go.
Back to football. Do you practice often in your free time?
Yeah, we are starting to do captain's practices, especially with the linemen. Like we do lineman camp in the summer. Like we try to prioritize football.
What's lineman camp?
It's with the offensive line coach, Coach Sasson. In the summertime, after weight room on Thursdays, all the linemen go down to the field behind C building, and we do lineman drills, like kick stepping, and we do a little bit of conditioning, but not too much. And that's really beneficial to the team.
Would you say that preseason work has affected you guys a lot this season with Coach Sasson?
I think it definitely did.
It's okay.
I think it definitely has, and it's the reason the line was so like deadly this year. It's the reason the line was so deadly this year, and we all just, I know I said like not knowing the plays, but most of the time everyone knew what to do, and we worked a lot on technique with the linemen, and it helped tremendously.
Okay. Throughout the losses you guys had, how did you deal with the loss?
Most of the time, like I just look at it like a loss is a loss and it's over that night. Same with a win. Like a win only lasts 24 hours. Most kids would just say like with our captain Rory Ritson last year, he'd just be like, all right, we lost that one, but we're definitely not losing this one, and he'd just get the team to practice harder that week, and he was a real inspiration on the field.
Going into games like the playoffs, would you guys say you guys were anxious or more like confident?
I'd definitely say we were more confident. We were all trying to look like we've been there before, and we all meant business.
Okay. Tell us how you mentally prepare before the season.
Before the season, I don't really do much to mentally prepare, but I just went to weight room a lot.
Would you say everyone on the team went to weight room?
No, we had a lot of people that skipped. Like, there's a lot of people on the team that don't want to be there for the sport. They just want to be seen as like a big football player around school. And those people hurt the team more than they help, and it's not good.
Would you say that not all the team takes football seriously?
Yeah, I definitely say that. Like most kids, like football is not their primary sport, which is fine. But then they go and like play like club hockey or lacrosse games during the season, and then they get injured, and that hurts the team tremendously.
How far would you guys have gone into the season if you guys had a group of people that would have took this seriously?
I think we could have at least made it to the Final Four this year. We definitely would have gone a lot farther if people put football first, especially during the football season.
Okay. Tell us about, are you thinking about playing football in college?
No, I'm not thinking about playing football in college. As of right now, I don't even really want to go to college. I just want to start my own business and do my own thing.
During the football season, was there anyone that you would like look to for competition to help you get better?
I would definitely look to one of the other senior captains, Gio. Him and I are like buddies. He like works with me and stuff, and like it's always good to beat your friend in a battle.
Yeah, it is.
And I also other friend Sam Squanch, like it's just like it's just nice to beat him sometimes.
It is. Who would you say is a true like battle for you? Like who's your like number one opponent to go up against?
The true battle would be Luke Laguerre. In the first like 30 minutes of practice, when before he gets tired, it is rough going against him, and it's definitely a battle to do so.
What makes it a battle?
He's just so big and strong. He's just a really dominant player out on the field.
What did you guys do to compete against each other? Like, what were some drills you guys did?
We would do a lot of just one-on-one pass rushing with each other. Sometimes, if one of us went in, we'd go out on the scout defense or offense, and we'd just butt heads with each other.
And for someone who doesn't know what that is, could you explain them?
It's like basically, instead of having like a whole offensive line be there, there's just a defensive lineman and an offensive lineman who just, like the defensive lineman's trying to get to the quarterback and the offensive lineman's trying to protect the quarterback.
Well, that's it. You learned that Luke is a diehard football player who will do anything to win the game and sees them making the playoffs next year. I'm your host, Ramsey from Canton Community Television. Thank you for watching.
Host, we have Ramsey Jean-Baptiste. Producer, Brian Kalin. Talent Wrangler, Derek Lass. Script Supervisor, Anderson Lee. Studio Display, Casey Lee. Announcer and Audio, Lazaro McCarthy. Audio Technician, Ryan Neeser. Tech Director, Jack Norton. Show Director, John Pastetti. Character Gen, Jay Spyro. Set Photographer, Julian Tavares. Camera Person 1, JJ. Camera Person 2, Nicholas. Person 3, Giovanni. PA and Slate, Staffy. Floor Manager, Maeve Hickey. Social Media, Dylan Irving.